This is going to be another one of those weird YouTube videos where the technical... I got a blue screen this time, so sorry for the weird jump in times, but it's now 18 minutes. And I guess I'll just jump right back into the cast. MG34 shooting out a push right here. Thompson paratroopers have been fielded, so that's new. And the map split pretty in half again. The Looks just went down to an AT gun right there. And Momo is, again, about a minute away from a Panther. Machine gun will be forced to retreat. Oh, there it is. There's the Pack 43. Pack 43 going up. You know, it's fun to see fortifications. It's kind of died out. It's kind of died out. Unfortunately, but see if maybe Momo can make it work. Against U.S. forces, maybe it should be pretty good, although it can be tough to deal with Thompson paratroopers, I think. He's going to need to get something a little more meaty anti-infantry out. He's currently got basically only anti-tank, except for his 2 machine guns. 1 Raketenwerfer, 4 Panzerschreck squads. Pack 43, hard anti-tank mines. So the only way he can actually beat Thompsons is just by blobbing them to death with 3+ Volksgrenadier squads, which is almost all of his infantry. kind of tough, unless he can catch them in really red cover or something. Catch him in a really bad engagement. He's currently triple capped. Game's getting tough. He might be able to work the north a little bit unopposed for now, but a Sherman's on the field, so counter-harassment's a very serious threat. It might prove difficult to deal with unless he gets lucky and the Sherman just dives the Pack 43 without realizing it's there, which, like, looks like it might happen, because I don't think he's spotted this yet, as far as I know. I think there's a pretty decent chance that Sherman might just drive right into it. Pretty sure the Pack 43 needs 2 shots to kill a Sherman. Is it 2 or 3? If it's just 2, I think sniping this thing, very real possibility. If you can get vision of it, it's already inside the range. It's about to expose itself on these Volksgrenadiers. As soon as they spot it, it's probably going to start rotating. Baiting that Sherman in, baiting it in. Volksgrenadiers are going to retreat. Sherman's not chasing. He might lose vision of the Sherman here, unfortunately. Pack 43 might not be able to finish it off if it loses vision. Raketenwerfer just shot through the ground. Yeah, I lost vision. Couldn't even get 1 shot off, let alone 2. Here in the north, grenade toss. Oh man. Oh no. Oh, that was so close. I thought that one was a wipe for sure. How many near misses on these grenades this game is Momo gonna get? Wow. At least that reaction wasn't quite as late. Honestly, I'm not sure he was going to win that engagement anyway. 2 riflemen against 2 Shrek'd up Volksgrenadiers would completely depend on lucky Shrek snipes to take that, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, no anti-infantry is making this hard for Momo. Very hard. Panther on its way.
Lousy patch of dirt is ours. Casualty reports are flooding in. Units are losing men to the cold. Area's secured. That was too easy. Change your bags!
Sherman re-exposes itself against Pack 43. I think he's trying to maybe get that thing to expose itself. I feel like Strategos must know about that Pack 43. I think he spotted it. Why else would he be so skittish with his Sherman? He's being very careful. Then again, he has excellent map control. Maybe he just doesn't feel the need to push beyond this point. I'm not sure I have no idea if he's seen this or not. It hasn't taken damage. No units have fire-died it. Maybe he jumped in the church or something and saw it that way. But yeah, that Sherman doesn't seem to have any intention of getting inside of its range. Panther's on the field. That Panther out. Pretty decent chance of the game turning back in Momo's favor. He needs to get that Sherman cleaned up to enable his units to harass territory safely again. Oh god, this clump. Okay. Momo actually reacted that time. So that's good. Stern Pioneers moving to harass the Panther, which is just set up here in the south. Again, I'm not sure Strategos is aware of this unit. If that Sherman exposes itself to Pack 43 fire, which it has, and the Panther gets vision of it, that's a dead Sherman for sure. Gets clear of the Pac-43's range, but its retreat path is compromised, depending on exactly which way it goes. It's about to expose itself to the Panther. Here it comes. Run right into each other in the blizzard. Sherman takes a shot at the Volksgrenadiers, but it totally whiffs. Volksgrenadiers get a Panzerschreck shot off. Sherman is backing into the range of the Pac-43. I think it might go down. Unless he loses vision. I think he has vision, right? There it is. I was like, why would it not fire? There it goes. Wasn't monitoring his Volksgrenadiers, though, during that engagement, and he has to trade. He totally should not have lost those Volksgrenadiers during that. He should have just picked up the Sherman, made it a nice, safe, tight engagement. Didn't retreat the Volksgrenadier squad. They go down to Thompson paratroopers. He's microwaving some other stuff up here in the north, though. Capturing territory. Looks like that squad's going to have to retreat, but he gets a couple of sectors under his control, so that's good. Rifle grenade on the Panther damages the engine, but Stern Pioneers are very nearby, should have no problem getting that repaired. That AT gun may want to think twice before overextending itself. Double AT gun build, by the way, from Strategos, despite going airborne. Sometimes it's airborne. Wait, what happened to the paratroopers? Are they seriously all dead? I have no idea how those paratroopers... There was a 6-man paratrooper squad down here. What happened? I don't even see their corpses anywhere. Wow, paratroopers got wiped. Did the Panther kill them? No? Maybe. I truly have no idea how they could have possibly died. I don't know what was down here. Maybe a grenade or something from Momo? Well, chat's guess is as good as mine. Paratroopers being wiped is a shame, and that's going to make the double AT gun purchase... Well, a double AT gun makes sense against a Panther. It's going to be very nice to keep that Panther from just bullying him off the field. Working on some riflemen in red cover right there. Volksgrenadiers jumping into green cover here in the center munitions. And a pretty decent sized force from Momo making its way towards the north, sending one of his 2 machine guns plus 2 Volksgrenadier squads. He's done pretty well with his team weapons this game, by the way. Doing a good job of keeping them in his control. Using them quite defensively, but just offensively enough to help him take territory and maybe hold it. Sending this machine gun to the north VP, leaving the other one very close to his battle group where it can help defend the front line here. Ooh, squad just got wiped. Volksgrenadiers there on the sandbag position go down. I think that's 2 wipes from Momo this game. Come on. 3 out of 6. Getting a little bit expensive, but he's in an okay spot. Meanwhile, riflemen, I don't know if any rifles have been wiped. Nope, just paratroopers though. Paratroopers are pretty expensive, plus the loss of his Sherman means that he's had a pretty decent amount of manpower losses of his own. He's actually gotten such a fuel advantage he hasn't been able to spend it all. He's up to 200 fuel right now, and he's fielded so many AT guns because he feels they're more useful, I guess, against a Panther than Jackson or Shermans, maybe. But that's leaving him a little behind. He's actually floating manpower too, so he needs to get some tier 4 units out, keep that fuel count lower than it currently is, if possible. Clock currently taking in Momo's favor right now, with 96 fuel in the bank, probably making his way towards King Tiger, maybe, eventually, if the game runs that long. In all likelihood, he won't be going any farther than Panther. Yeah, actually, the fun thing about Over Commando West 25 minutes in is that you have a lot of freedom. You can get pretty much... Wow, really? Those AT guns just walked up and killed the Pac-43. Wow, I didn't realize that even when crewed, they would still target the weapon itself, apparently. They took that out so quick. Nice pickup by Strategos right there. Nicely played. Apparently Momo is as confused as me. I did not know that was going to happen. Wow. Couple squads will chase away the Volksgrenadiers right there. MG34 working on these 2 squads. Grenade toss to try and force retreat. Momo will try to reposition. Actually negates a decent amount of the grenade damage, but he won't be able to set back up with another squad advancing, so he has to get out of there. But force a grenade toss, I guess that's something.
Prepare yourselves. Stay organized. Our supply lines have been cut. Americans are making a push.
Panther trying to harass here in the north. Momo doesn't really have the float right now to build a new one of those. Fortunately, his opponent has no armor, so that helps. And he doesn't intend to get any further armor either, so he doesn't even need the Pack 43 right now. Because he just, not only did he go 2 AT guns, he's replacing his lost paratrooper squad, so he's just going to let that fuel continue to float. Rather than purchase tanks, just getting more infantry. 2 squads of Folks Grenadiers going towards the north victory point right here. And I feel like his decision to go so hard into infantry might hurt a little bit. You know, I'm actually glad that he's doing this because this is the exact opposite of the game I just cast. Where Golden Horse went, instead of going Panther, went straight for King Tiger. Strategos is doing an extremely similar build to what Antilles was doing, although instead of riflemen with LMGs, he has paratroopers because it's airborne. But it's still a double AT gun, 4 riflemen. So same basic core. And it's kind of interesting to see how Panther performs against it compared to how trying to stall for King Tiger worked. And the Panther was instrumental in destroying the first Sherman, which is really slowing down Strategos in map harassment. You can sort of tell how the map is turning back red, back into Momo's control. So
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
I feel like I'm slightly vindicated in saying that Panther would have been a better call. Maybe. Although the map is totally different, it's airborne instead of infantry, it's still a pretty different dynamic. And of course, is a lot of micro variants as well. Grenade toss into the building. Nice dodge by Momo right there. Counter grenade, no dodge. Counter grenade, also not dodged. But in green cover, he takes very minor damage and looks like he should be able to get to safety with both of these squads. Briefly stalled, but again, against Thompson paratroopers, no really hard anti-infantry for Momo here. Although he's gone tier 4, he might consider maybe a squad of Obers. Obersoldaten were critical to this build pre-patch. Seems to be muddling his way through, though, without Obersoldaten here, utilizing his Panther to try and manage the threat of these infantry as well as he can. Since he doesn't have to deal with LMGs or flamethrowers, the riflemen are really only so dangerous. They're not that bad. Thompsons are wrecking those Folks Grenadiers, but they get suppressed. Maybe should have stuck around. They did get suppressed. Panther could go in for a crush maneuver, but actually it looks like he wants to continue kiting these riflemen for a little while. An engagement for the left side somehow. Momo is holding this line, forcing retreats. I don't know why they retreated, though. They look like they have a pretty decent amount of health. Probably could have won an engagement against a couple Folks Grenadiers. MG34 is about to get flanked. They're pretty spread out, so they shouldn't go down to 1 grenade. Panther's still harassing those riflemen. Seems to be doing all right. Slowly pushing them away. MG34 moving to defend here on the center munitions as well. Couple squads healing and reinforcing in the back. Still no tank for Strategos, but it's coming. Sherman finally. He could get 2. Sherman's probably a good call too against Stuka, which is about to hit the field. Like I was saying earlier, at 25 minutes plus, Over Commando West has a lot of freedom. Once your Panther's out, anything becomes viable. It doesn't matter what you can go Sturm Tiger even. Sure, why not? As long as you have that Panther to act as an effective screen against the Shermans, a really mobile anti-Sherman, anti-all US tier 4. Just the fact that this is on the field means that getting utility items like the Sturm Tiger, Stuka, Jagdpanzer, you know, whatever you feel like you need, whatever you think will fill that gap in your army. And look at what a good decision this might turn out to be. Yeah. Oh, almost. That one barely manages to get clear, but that double AT gun's gonna get punished by that decision to go Stuka hard. So I think that Momo has made a very good call with that unit. Or King Tiger. You could also go King Tiger after Panther if you think you can make it and you think that it's necessary for whatever you're up against. Like Panther into King Tiger can be a good build against Shock Rifle, for example, if you're up against a lot of IS-2s, if you can make it. Getting there is the hard part, obviously. Oh, you're right, it is. Sorry about that. There you go. Wrong overlay, my bad. I do that sometimes.
Taking fire! Grenade! Flanking attack! We lost a gun crew.
Crew gets killed right there on that MG-34. A couple of squads engaging. Oh no! They got caught salvaging, but they will also get away narrowly. Stuka will be available to fire again soon. Momo always parks in his base. I almost feel like that's a bad idea. I mean, yeah, it's a good idea because it's away from the battlefield where it'll be difficult to find. But it's just dangerous because if the Sherman, for whatever crazy reason, just decided to dive the base, like go with a really wide flank around the outskirts of the map and just go into the base and try and kill the Stuka from behind enemy lines, it would probably succeed because parking the Stuka so far away from the Raketten Werfer Panther and mines actually makes it theoretically possible for the Sherman to hunt it and kill it. It's unlikely, it's highly unlikely, but it could happen. Something to think about. I think hovering the Stuka close to your battle group headquarters where it's got a little bit more protection is a slightly better practice, especially if there's mines nearby that you can use the Stuka to bait the Sherman or whatever's diving it over a mine. But people, I mean, if you've got a nice defense set up, people will generally try not to dive you to try and kill your Stuka unless they really feel like they need to kill it. P-47 crashing into the base. Well, if a plane falls on your Stuka, it doesn't matter where you put it. That was just bad luck. In the base, fire battle group headquarters. At least if it's in your HQ, it'll not kill your blob on your battle group as well. If that helps. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, I guess. Did that hit anything? Doesn't look like it. I'm not sure what he was aiming at. I'm pretty sure that... Yeah, no kills on that barrage. I have no idea what he was trying to shoot. Maybe he was firing blind and hoping for the best. Nothing back there, though. New Sherman's on the field, moving to harass these Volksgrenadiers on the fuel point here in the north.
300 points remaining.
Oh.
Crowd infantry, KIA.
Ouch. Does anyone think Sherman HE shells are overpowered? I feel like they're a little overpowered.
What the hell am I meant to do? Sherman ready to go.
I feel like glass cannon units in this game are hard to balance because you could argue HE shells are balanced by the fact that the Sherman dies so easily and comes out kind of late, like 10 minutes, as opposed to the Stugi, which comes out quite quickly, maybe 7 or 8 minutes. But I still feel like it's a little on the strong side. I don't know. Oberkommando West have 5-man squads, so that helps them survive a little bit. Volksgrenadiers anyway. Fallschirmjäger and any 4-man squads, though, against HE shells is just like a nightmare.
Operations advises a severe cold front is moving in. Prepare for possible blizzard.
I feel like they could be toned down a little bit, maybe. Maybe made a little more consistent. But it was just a little minor tweak. I don't want any massive... I don't want them to like redesign the Sherman.
Capture point is being overrun.
I'd be careful what I wish for.
Welcome to the death factory, boys. Under fire!
I am lucky, baby nihilist. I am blessed by many great mods. And they are blessed by me. New Panzer II! It's kind of creative. I'm kind of like, Yeah, I know nobody's listening. I don't even know why I bother, like... Why even talk about balance? It's pointless. It's pointless. Nobody cares what I think. And rightfully so, because I'm terrible at this game. Squad will retreat right there. And Jack's on the field. But yeah, I like this build from Momo. It's kind of fun to see him go straight to Panther. Well, not straight to Panther. He went Panzer II first. But after getting a Panther on the field, goes back down to Stuka, then back down even further to Panzer II. Getting lighter and lighter vehicles, try and round out his army, give himself a mobile force, working with his prop cap as is possible. Getting a lot of fun vehicles out. Does he have fuel transfer on? No, he just has pretty good map control, I guess. He actually has both fuel points right now, so yeah, pretty solid. Stuka got another wipe right there, bringing it up to 10 kills. Slowly whittling Strategos down. Is that going to freeze to death? No. Folks Grenadiers will be forced to retreat right there by Riflemen, which are going to take a little damage from the blizzard, I think. Throwing up a fire pit.
Soldiers are freezing out there. Something needs to be done.
It's actually more expensive to build a fire pit than to take one loss on Riflemen. Hans got mad? No, that never happens. I'm just kidding, everybody gets mad. Even me, even me.
Ops report the weather is lifting. Stand by, tank destroyer is ready for action. Cavalry has arrived. Arm up.
Ooh,
Fucking hit.
another wipe. Another wipe on Folks Grenadiers. Stern Pioneers falling low here in the south. They do have Panzer II support. That's making a late retreat. Not sure he's monitoring this. Ah! Really late retreat. He had ample time for that. Oh man, Momo just walking up into point blank with that Panzerschreck squad. That's asking for it. I don't think that's getting away. Panther taking shots at the Sherman from range though. Looks like it's going to seal the deal. Jackson gets a nice hit off. Oh, Panther shot just sailed wide, and now he has to disengage under heavy Jackson fire. Oh, sniped an MG crew member. Panther needs to pull back to safety. It is Vet 2, so it actually might be able to tank a shot from a Jackson. It's not a vetted Jackson, no armor-piercing rounds.
Under fire! This lousy patch of dirt is ours.
Enemy contact! Where are they coming from? Point secure!
Point secure!
Stern Pioneers repairing a Panther here in the south. Momo wishes that his Panther had HE rounds. Well, maybe he should stop standing in front of a Sherman with Folks Grenadiers. I mean, on the one hand, there's unlucky wipes, and on the other hand, there's standing in front of a tank for a really long time and hoping that it doesn't kill you. Which is kind of what it looks like Folks Grenadiers have been doing in this game.
Overrunning one of our capture points. What the hell am I meant to do with these recruits? Green as green can be. Paratroopers ready for action.
Grab your shit and follow me.
Crowds are sniffing around our asses. Tactical point being
MG34 setting up here on the central munitions.
Promotion's in!
all done over here.
MG34 is going to retreat right there. Lieutenant sprinting up here to the top right to get control of this victory point. Game's actually a little quiet. Momo being forced to be quite careful now that there's two Jacksons on the field. Sherman's going to be fully repaired soon as well. As long as he can keep the Stuka alive, I think he's in an alright position though. He just needs to support his Panther with the Panzerschrecks in any big engagement against these tank destroyers, and he should be okay. He might also be a little bit RNG dependent though. He's obviously gonna be hoping for some good bounces on the Vet 2 frontal armor of that Panther to help swing an engagement in his favor. Panzer 2 is gonna look for opportunities now that all tanks are currently occupied in the north. Nice play. If you, for example, assaults this position with the looks while this engagement is happening, he could probably wipe out the ambulance and everything around it. Looks like he's not gonna do that though.
We're losing a capture point.
That would have been cool though. Would have been cool. Stuka coming down. Not gonna hit anything. That was somewhat poorly placed. Jackson's moving up to advance against the Panther. I don't think this is a good engagement for those Jacksons, though. There's a Raketenwerfer and a Panzerschreck squad right here. Panzerschreck targeted the one in the back. Raketenwerfer's not even firing. I don't think it has line of sight. Oh, wait. Maybe it does. That was good RNG. That was really good RNG for Momo right there. He should engage on that, I think.
Damn Krauts just wasted some of our riflemen.
Something just got wiped in the middle, I guess? Yeah, squad right there just got wiped. Rifle squad. Panther trying to plank away at a Sherman right here. Both Jacksons at about half. I think Momo should get a little more aggressive. I think if he just charged the Jacksons with the Panther, he had a really good chance of killing one and getting away clean. He's got Panzerschreck support here as well. Now he can't because he just took engine damage. I don't know. I think he could have won that. They were both at half. He had a Raketenwerfer and 2 Shreks in the area. It's hard to judge though sometimes. You never know when all the Jackson shots are just going to penetrate and then your Panther is dead.
A capture point is being overrun.
I can understand Momo wanting to play safe. There's nothing wrong with that. Panzer II here in the middle engaging against these riflemen.
Squad back, full force. God damn it! Keep your weight up! Enemy on the gun! Enemy Panzer! Ready!
Raketenwerfer moving up to fire against these
Infantry unit being wiped out.
units.
Panzer!
So many wipes! I don't even know what just got wiped just now, but I heard the guys say that something got wiped. And a Sherman just died up here. How come I'm missing every big thing that dies? Damn it! Sherman goes down to Raketenwerfer, I think. Yeah, Raketenwerfer. With the Sherman dead, it's going to be a lot easier for Volksgrenadiers to move up and snipe Jacksons with their Panzerschrecks, and the American infantry force is getting dangerously small. Very dangerously small. At least the paratroopers are still alive. Paratroopers are pretty tough for Momo to counter right now, except for with the Stuka, of course, which is moving up to fire again. He might be firing blind. Maybe not. He's got vision of a couple squads right here. If he fires at this short of a range, it might be a little difficult to dodge. He's gonna pull back though. Machine gun. Almost getting wiped. Here it comes. Dodging laterally, making the right call right there. I think. Oh no! He walked right into it! Oh, that mind game placement right there. I guess he was just splitting the center of gravity and hoping for the best, and it paid off big time. Got 4 models from both paratrooper squads, which is going to force a retreat from both of them before they can engage again, significantly weakening his front line.
Armor here.
Looks like we're going in.
Boys, you ready to
Yeah, Hans.
We're back to full strength.
Chow was just talking about you. Welcome.
We're at 200 points. Krauts are taking one of our points.
Volksgrenadiers taking control of the VP up here in the north.
Stick with me and you might just make it.
Wow, the Panzer has 25 kills?
They're making a push.
It's doing pretty good. Doing pretty well for itself, apparently.
All done over here. A capture
That's not
point
bad
is
at all.
under attack.
Slowly vetting up. Vet 2 is really where it starts to take off. From there it gets pretty ridiculous. But double Jackson should, even with Vet 2s, should be able to manage it if it overextends, does anything dumb. As I think Volksgrenadiers with Panzerschrecks, though, will make for a very strong counter to this current composition that Strategos has. He needs to beef up his infantry corps a little bit, which he's doing, throwing some fresh riflemen on the field. If he could throw out a Sherman and try and pick up a few more wipes on Volksgrenadiers, that would help too. He's gotten a lot, honestly. How many?
Area's ours.
Damn it. Six. 6 wipes, and I know a lot of those had Panzerschrecks, so over the course of the game, quite a bit of damage stacked up against Momo, but he's turning things back around. The victory points are actually going to be even again. 47 minutes long so far, as we get down to 150 VPs, and they're both kind of trying to manage each other. They're both They both have to be very careful because something like that could happen. 2 Jacksons catching the right vehicle in the right spot makes a huge difference. Folks Grenadiers have to retreat from Thompson's at short range right there. MG34s both rotating north to try and hold territory a little bit more firmly. If the Jacksons find an opening on the tier 4, which they do have, kind of. Raketten Warfare is on its way to shut that down, though. Raketten Warfare and 2 Shrek squads and the Panther rotating this way to push those Jacksons away, which is going to significantly weaken the force on the northeast VP. Stuka looks like he wants to take a shot at something, though. Can't quite find a target, though. Too much stuff in motion. Stern Pioneers are going to get into short range on those suppressed paratroopers, though. That's a nice play. The hull gun on the Stuka is actually working on these paratroopers. Doing a little damage. Might kill one. Apparently not. Panther's trying to work on the rifleman in this sector. Clock starts ticking against Momo again as he loses control of this point here in the south. The Stern Pioneers and Machine Gun have no choice but to retreat. And the Jacksons are trying to hunt and kill that Stuka. They're going in hard. It's trying to get clear. One shot connects. The other one can't quite get in range. The Panther will move to head them off, and it will get away by a miracle sliver of health. Unfortunately, those Thompson paratroopers didn't chip away at enough of its HP to make it within 1-shot range for that Jackson. So that's going to need some repairs. It pulls back to the Mechanized Regiment HQ to finish that off. Now, if Strategos had attacked that Stuka from the north with 1 Jackson and sent the other one around the deep south to catch it from the other direction, it would have had nowhere to run. That would have been some pretty next level flanking. Oh well. That was probably a little too much to ask. Folks Grenadiers have to retreat right there. They're up to Vit 5. Thompson paratroopers fall a little bit low to, I guess, MG fire right here. They're going to have to pull back. Clock is still ticking against Momo as he tries to find a way to turn this game back in his favor. How much fuel does he have? None. Why not? Oh, he just built a King Tiger. I was about to say, I feel like a King Tiger is going to be here pretty soon. It's almost an hour-long game, and there it is. King Tiger on the field, which will bring him up to 100 pop cap after the loss of his Panzer II. This is a pretty neat and tidy composition, by the way, if any of you are pop cap nerds. 3 Folks Grenadiers, 2 MG34s, 1 Raketten, 1 Stern Pile, and then these 3 vehicles brings you to exactly 100. Oh no, 101. So you have to run around with 1 4-man Folks Grenadier squad, but still, that's a pretty solid composition. That can take on pretty much anything. If you can get this far, that is.
One of our capture points. All done over here. Fire support! Fire support!
These 2 squads retreating to the ambulance right here. These 3 making their way towards the center munitions point.
Change of plans!
That Folks Grenadier squad is going to retreat back to the battle group. This Stuka is moving up to fire on something, I guess. MG protecting the south victory point. The clock will continue to tick in Momo's favor now that his King Tiger has moved up to take control of this point. And the 2 Jacksons are just idle during the blizzard. Actually going to get spotted by this Folks Grenadier squad. Rifleman in the blizzard managed to frag that machine gun to death. Ooh, there was a mine right there. Only kills 1 model though. Nothing too serious. Thompson paratroopers run right into the King Tiger here in the north. They will continue to provide vision for the Jacksons, which are going to try and kite that thing to death. The Panther apparently not moving to engage. I almost think that it should though. I feel like that Jackson is at half. If this Panther would just charge with Blitz or something and focus fire it down, he is going to go in on this. He likes this engagement, he will go in. Panther's at full health. Stern Pioneers bringing the paratroopers dangerously low, and they get wiped. Jackson goes down to King Tiger and Panther fire. Panther has activated Blitz and looks like it's going to move to finish out the game. Going in hard on the Jackson. The Jackson shot just bounced, which I'm pretty sure means the engagement is guaranteed 1 for that Panther, unless I don't even know how it could possibly lose this at this point. It has activated armor-piercing rounds so that all remaining shots will penetrate, but it bounced anyway. At short range! At short range, armor-piercing round from a Jackson bounced on that Panther. Not that it mattered. The Panther would have survived. Strategos throwing GG. Well played. 52 minutes in. Momo manages to pull through. I kind of liked this build from Momo. It was kind of disappointing that the Pak-43 just died to AT gunfire of all things, but I kind of liked seeing Panther, then Stuka, Panzer II, up to King Tiger from there. Which I doubt he was planning all the way from the beginning. Probably just adapted to the situation he was in, but he seemed to make pretty good use of it. I think the Stuka barrages maybe could have been a little more on target, but pretty solid. For Strategos, I think he just went airborne a little bit late.
Ready. Send orders.
A little bit late on going airborne. Because he needed the AT gun to counter the Panzer II a lot earlier. And he also just lost his tanks once the Panther came out. I think maybe if he'd made a coordinated effort against this Tier 4 structure earlier when he had more of an advantage, things might have gone better for him. Possibly. It's hard to say though, in a 52-minute game, both players are going to make a lot of mistakes. So, lots of little areas for improvement, I'm sure, on both sides. GG. Axis wins.